everybody, it's Patricia and welcome back to my channel. It is time for our Chatty Get Ready with me. If you are new to my channel, what I do is I just put on my makeup and tell you what's going on with my life. Now, I have turned the fans off. I have turned the air conditioning off. It's nice and quiet in here. Can you hear that? They're building a house. That's the sound of carpenters hammering. So, I hope it's not going to be too bad because I really want to get this filmed today and I need some water. Okay, it is rainy, nasty outside, so it is darker in the house. I hope it's light enough here. I've got all my lights on, but it is darker because what's left of Sally is over us or near us, or I don't know, I haven't seen the map, but it's raining. It's just a steady, steady rain. Hey Google, what's the forecast for tomorrow?
In Asheville tomorrow, it'll be mostly cloudy with a high of 74 and a low of 56.
Okay, it's mostly cloudy instead of rain all day. Hey Google, what's the forecast for today?
It'll be rainy there today with a forecasted high of 67 and a low of 62.
Okay, there we go. All right, let's get started.
It's 65 degrees with rain.
Okay, thank you, Google. All right, he didn't answer me. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I haven't washed my hair yet. If you guys have seen my videos, you know I fell in love with that shampoo and conditioner. It's $75 for the pair. But I love my hair. Oh my gosh. It works. It works. So it's something I'm going to have to probably purchase. But so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I look a couple red today. I've got all my skincare on and my primers, so let's get started. Anything exciting going on? No. Oh, I didn't tell you guys last week. I don't know why it didn't come to mind, but my niece Emily, whose grandfather passed away from COVID, her father and stepmother have it now. Her dad was in the hospital. He's out now. But it's like, oh my gosh, I need to check up on them. Yeah, it's hitting really close to home, and I am really doing everything in my power not to get it. As you well know. Anything else going on? No, I have not started my Etsy store yet. I know you guys are saying, she's procrastinating. I kind of am. I have seen some videos of not nice things about Etsy, but I want to do a little more research. I went ahead and listed my things on Poshmark. So if you want to see them, they're on Poshmark. But I think I want to get a few more things made, and then I'll open an Etsy store once I get some more information about it. Read up a little bit more on Etsy. That's how I am. I don't really jump into things. I do kind of research. Didn't always work out for the best, but I do try. Okay. There we go. Now, I like this e.l.f. stick. I bought it and then I never used it, and it's in my 10 for 10, so I'm making myself use it. So you'll probably see it all the time now because I like it. I've got dark circles and my under eyes are puffy. I've not been sleeping well. That's part of it. I don't know. My depression came back with a vengeance. And I guess it's going to come and go like that. I had some pretty bad depression and another bad anxiety attack, and I hate that. I hate when that hits me. But yeah. And now I'm starting to have a hot flash, but I am not. It's either a hot flash or these lights are hot, which could be either or. But I don't want to turn the fan on because I know you can hear it in my videos. But sometimes I just have to have it on. So, let's see. Anything else? I think I'm done with the journals that I'm going to give away for Christmas. If you want to see them, let me know if you want to see them. If you want to see them, I'll do a little short video. They're nothing spectacular. They don't look as great as other people's junk journals. But that's because I don't sit and make junk journals all the time, so I don't have a lot of scraps and stuff like that. But I can tell you what I've done and just show them to you if you want to see them. I like making junk journals. Next, I'm going to make myself one. I'm out of powder. Look at that. I'm going to make myself one, have it done, not totally done, but make myself a journal to start on the first of the year. I'm going to start journaling in one. So, I've got to make mine. So I will. Alright. I thought I heard somebody at the door. It was my son. I'm getting hot. Guys, I'm gonna have to turn the fan on. Sorry, I'll turn it on low. Yeah, maybe that's not so bad. There we go. Yeah, I'm awful puffy and dark circles under my eyes. I wish I could I gotta work on my eyes. That's something I probably need to work on. Work on my eyes. Alright, now I'm gonna show you my palette. I haven't showed it to you in a while. They still, look, where I pressed these, they're hanging on great. That one's getting used up. I'm using up the powders as well. So, whoops, there goes my glasses. Glasses are not headbands. I need new glasses. I know I'm going to need to go to the eye doctor. I've been putting it off because, one, I just don't want to go out. I don't necessarily want a new pair of glasses, but I might have to get a new pair of glasses. What I might do is take, I have a pair of Chanel. Take those frames and get lenses put in them, and then get new lenses put in these. Because, man, I love these Tiffany glasses. And there was a whole thing happen with my eye doctor. Okay, I was going to this one place, and we've been going there for years, and they have fabulous glasses. I got my Chanel glasses there. I got Lafont. Of course, I think just about everybody carries Lafont. I got Chanel, Lafont. What else did I get? My Tiffany. My husband got his Ray-Bans. Of course, he can get Ray-Bans where we are now. But anyway, I really liked, I could get the really high-end glasses. And then it was a big thing about doctors there. And the two doctors, the couple, husband and wife, who owned the business, they had two locations, South Side, which is the one we went to, and North Side of town. And they decided, since they lived on the North Side, they were just going to work the North Side campus. So they had two doctors here on the South Side, Dr. Kilgore and Dr. Jacob. I saw Dr. Jacob twice, and my husband saw Dr. Jacob at least once or twice. I didn't care for Dr. Jacob. I'm sorry. I didn't mesh well with him. And so when the move happened, they made Dr. Jacob, I guess, like in charge of the office, and Dr. Kilgore under him. Dr. Kilgore is a woman. And apparently he was firing people and firing the office staff, and everybody there was so nice. And I remember the last time we went in, it was for my husband, and Melanie wasn't there. And now Melody is she's like office manager. She would always come out and look at glasses with me, help me pick out glasses. I mean, she was so nice. And I asked where she was, and they said, oh, she's no longer with us. And we're like, what the? So, I'm going to just continue putting my makeup on while I'm telling this story. Oh, by the way, I have a new brow. My Winky Lux is all gone. It's in my empties. Okay. So this one is $1 Billion Brows. Okay, so anyway. So one day we were out eating at lunch, and there was Melody, and she was with, I think her parents. They were having lunch with her. And we were like, oh, it's so good to see you. What? And she told us the story about Dr. Jacob and what he did, and how he was firing everybody, and he was changing up everything in the office. And she said Dr. Kilgore left and started her own office even closer to our house. I mean, it's just right down the road here. And she says, she gave us a card, and she says, you've got to come there. Well, then that's what we've done. We have switched over to Dr. Kilgore, which I liked her better anyway. And the moral of the story is, well, it's not the moral of the story, but the story is, she doesn't have Chanel and Tiffany and Gucci. She doesn't have those frames. She has LaFont. She has Ray-Ban. She has Michael Kors. She has Kate Spade. I don't want any more LaFont. In fact, I need to try to sell my frames. Maybe I'll put them on Poshmark, Mercari. Maybe I'll do that later today. If I can find them. I gotta find them. But, yeah, she doesn't have all those high-end brands. But now, the lady who fits your glasses for Dr. Kilgore, she's the one who fitted me for all of these, and she said she can put frames in, put lenses in my frames. Long story short, anyway. I'm going to have to wash my hair even though I don't want to. I need to dye it. Look at there. I need to dye it again. But that's a little dark. I'm going to have to get used to that. What do you guys think? I think it's okay. It's a little dark. But I'll get used to it. So yeah, anyway. That's the story about my eyeglasses. But I have noticed I think I need some new lenses. So I might have to make an appointment, take my Chanel and have her put new lenses in my Chanel, and then when I get those back, have new lenses put in here. Or just have new lenses put in here. My Chanel needs, I'll get new lenses in both. So I never have found that pair of Chanel glasses. What? I wonder if they got thrown away. Or I wonder if I'll find them when we move. I loved those Chanel frames. Man, I don't know. They just disappeared one day out of my bedroom. Okay, now, my eye look I'm going to do today. I got lots of compliments on my eye look in one of my videos. I can't remember. You know, my memory is very, very, very limited. Short-term memory is horrible. But I got a lot of comments on my eye look, and I said, well, I will do it today and show you what I did. So for that eye look, I'm using Lunar Beauty's Moon Spell. Now, I have called this palette every name in the book. You guys know I've been saying it wrong. You probably have been laughing about it, saying there she goes again, calling it a different name. Moon Spell, not Book of Shadows, not Book of Spells. Moon Spell. I won't remember. It'll go right in my head. But I'm going to use that, but I'm also going to use one of my shadows from my Pretty Random Picks, the 5 shadows. I'm using, I think, 10 times and then rolling them out. This is the shadow. It's number 7. And that I'm going to use to set my primer. And then the rest will be Moon Spell, just so you know. So, I mean, you could use your setting powder, your face powder, to set your primer, whatever. Or skip this step altogether, but I don't know. It's like it's a habit. I have to put a light shade down. It helps my colors blend. And I don't know, I just have to do it. I have to say this Lancome palette is not the nicest. I have been using that one color and you can tell it's getting kind of rough. I don't necessarily like the quality of that palette. I might end up decluttering it. Truth be told, I probably will. And I feel like, you know, I bought the Christmas, it was last year's Christmas set, but I wanted the what do you call it, makeup bag thing? Train case? I wanted that. Not so much the palette. Well, anyway, let's keep going. Alright, let me get into this moon spell. Love this. Now, I went with, let me remember what I did. Did I start? Yeah. I started with Sarah. Yes, I remember. I started with Sarah. Guys, my memory is all full. And I'm taking those pills. I'm going to have to order some more. I'm about out. I know those concussions have, especially that last one I had, really. I would talk to my former doctor about it, and he says it's called getting old, getting forgetful. But I'm more than just a little bit forgetful. I don't think it's Alzheimer's because I don't forget like long-term memories, important things. It's short-term things. My short-term memory is just like bad. It's bad. And I forget little stuff, not big stuff. So, anyway, there we go. Next, I'm going to go into Marnie. Marnie is this green right here. And I'm going to put this in the crease. Here we're hammering again. You would think they wouldn't be doing that in the rain. Oh, last week, the big, what happened? I have no idea. Still don't know. I don't think it was a gunshot. That was me probably being very dramatic. It wasn't a gunshot. I do think it was something to do with the new construction because, one, I've seen the people. They're all right. Two, construction was held up a couple days. So, earlier in the week, that week, there had been some kind of trucks that looked like they weren't the power company, but they looked like they might work, you know, with wiring and stuff. So I think something blew over there. I said at first it sounded like a transformer blew, but we had electricity. Well, it was something to do with that. It was something to do with that. So, yeah. Shucks. I didn't want anybody to die. Don't take it wrong. It wasn't anything more exciting. I like exciting. No, I don't. I shouldn't say that. Oh, let me tell you a story. I'm going to be chatty Cathy. What's up? I'm going to be chatty. I'm going to tell you a story about where we used to live. Yeah, I'm going to tell you guys this story. Okay, next I'm going into Sabrina, which is this matte purple. And that's going to go all over my lid. Where we used to live, the house next door was a single guy. Just like now, the house that I sold the land and they built a house on it. Our neighbor, he's single. He looks like he's maybe in his late 20s. He apparently must work from home because he never leaves to go to work. And he loves to ride his skateboard down the street. And he's very handsome. He's a handsome dude. Okay, anyway. Where we used to live, there was a guy who lived next door to us who was single. And never thought anything about it or anything. Well, one night, Brian and I, we were all asleep. Nathan was gosh, how old was Nathan? I think he was still sleeping in a crib. But I think he was like, just before he got his big boy bed, you know? I think he was still in the crib. But toddler, maybe. So anyway, our window, our bed had a window right beside it, and it faced the front yard. We got woke up in the middle of the night by somebody pounding on our window and screaming, let me in, let me in. And we're like, what is going on? I mean, just absolutely screaming, let me in, let me in. Next, I'm going to take Phoebe on my finger. Put it on my finger. So the screaming continued, and then we could hear things getting messed up on our porch. It might not have been Phoebe. Here, let me switch. Let me put Phoebe on the other eye though, so we can be even. Things were breaking on my front porch, and I was like, what is she doing? Okay, it's Prue. I need to go in, Prue. On my finger. Yeah, it's Prue. There we go. There's that purple we want. So anyway, we got up, we called 911, and Brian went to the front door, and I went slinking behind him. And she was beating on the door, saying, I want my kids. And we're like, what is going on? So Brian carefully opened the door, and she's screaming, you better let me in. I want my kids. You can't keep my kids from me. I'm going, I can't remember what I used, but I think I'm going to go in with Marnie under my eye, the green. I can't remember. She was screaming, I want my kids, I want my kids, you better let me in, you can't keep me from my kids. And then also there was a lot of cussing in that. And he had just barely opened the door, and then I went up behind him and was looking, and when she saw me, she like freaked out. She had only a bath towel on. She was wrapped in a bath towel. And she started to run across our front yard. She fell, bath towel came off. She was naked. And then next door, that guy opened his door. He said, get up here. And I'm like, oh my God. So the police arrived. And we told the police what happened. And the police went next door. Turns out, well, I asked Brian if he wanted to press charges. And Brian said yes. Brian said yes. There we go. So that's it. That's how easy it is. I'm going to continue to put my makeup on instead of breaking away, because I'm telling this good story. I'm going to put my liner on. I'm going to use my Lottie London liner I got in my Ipsy, this pretty shiny one, on my waterline. Okay, anyway. The police went next door, and yeah, they carried her away because Brian pressed charges. And she did do some damage, but we didn't, it was flower pots, nothing, you know, worth a hassle over. But she did go to court, and Brian did go to court and had to testify, and she was told to stay within 1,500 feet of our house or something like that. I don't remember what it was. We knew we would never see her again anyway, because turns out she was a prostitute he picked up and brought home. And they had done drugs together. Yes. Is that not crazy? And she thought, she couldn't remember which house he had thrown her out. He was done with her, he threw her out. All she had on was a bath towel. And in her mind, she couldn't remember which house. So she ended up our house. And then when she saw me, something clicked that, oh, I've got the wrong house. As far as the kids, she must have had kids that were taken away from her. And I know they weren't she didn't have them with her. That's the sad part. But because Brian pressed charges, her name was Liberty. That was her name. And yeah, she just basically was told not to come within so many feet or yards or whatever from our house. But we both knew by then the guy had moved out. He was renting that house. We didn't know that. He was a renter. And when all this came out, the renter kicked him out. The person who owned the house kicked him out. So, yeah. Because they were doing drugs on the property. She was high. He was high. And she was a prostitute. He picked up on his way home from work. You never know what's happening in your neighborhood. You just really never know. I have heard fights next door, but like I said, I hadn't heard them in a while. But I guess everybody has fights every once in a while. There we go. There we go. Now, I need my Tartest palette. Do my bronzer. So yeah, that was a story. I should do story time, shouldn't I? Not just what's going on, but tell you a story. That was today's story. Maybe next week I'll tell you some family stories. I have some stories about my aunts that are so funny. There we go. My aunts, my mom's sisters, were a hoot. They're all gone now. I think I'm going to pop in this Lancome palette and try one of these blushes. Because I don't think I have used them at all. I'll use this pink one. It's nice. Not bad. Oh, yeah. There's not a highlighter in there. So let me go back. I'm not a big fan of this Tartest Pro palette either. The two bronzer shades are really not my favorite. One of the highlighter shades I like better than the other one, and the blushes they're just okay. There's nothing special about them. So I guess I don't know if I'm gonna hang on to it or what I'm gonna do. Okay, now my lips. I'm gonna use my Huda lip liner in Icon, which is my absolute favorite color. So let me get my lips lined. I did not zoom you in on my eyes. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot. Overdraw my lips, and then this is in my sample stash, so I'm going to use these. I used one. Do I want to use that same one again? Yeah. Let's use a little orange. There's the orange, but I am going to go in with this this nude shade, and put a little of that on there and just kind of mix them and see what we get. I love to mix lipsticks. I don't think it's going to do anything. It didn't do anything to it, but there we go. There it is. And let me spray my face and we will be done. There we go. So, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would subscribe. Any questions or comments, just leave them down below. And thanks for listening to me ramble today, and I will talk to you guys later.